Earth Spirit.
Dire team pick.
Beastmaster.
Dire team pick.
Oracle.
Virtus.Pro's turn to pick.
Faceless Void.
Welcome back. It's game 3 here in this best of 3 between Virtus.Pro and Alternate Attacks, and my goodness, this series has been an interesting one. Back and forth in both of the games. We had a bit of a cliffhanger in game number 1, but game number 2, Virtus.Pro, they found their groove, they found their draft, and they found how to execute against Team Alternate Attacks. And, well, this draft looks incredibly similar. I'm Gareth, Pax is joining me. Actually anything different here, I guess. The Clinks ban is a little bit wonky, but so far the picks are the same.
Yeah, I think we actually had the Clinks ban in that phase last game, let's say. But either way, here we are. No Zeus this time, I suppose. A big thing. Anyone else missing now? That's pretty much it. And now we'll get the DP. So this didn't make. I feel like they could have picked this in that phase last game, and they kind of ignored it and ended up getting banned out. Might have been a slight mistake. Like, I feel like could have done a little better maybe up against the Zeus versus the Wind Ranger. Now that worked out for the Dead. So I like the fact that going for it, they have the Oracle as well. So obviously a very nice pairing that people are pretty much in love with. Sven's out there to see if VP want to go for it.
10 seconds remaining.
Definitely a big option for them. And Yoku with Sven and Faceless Void could aim towards that. Enchantress got ignored in game, well, in both of these games. Oh no, she was banned in game 1, ignored in game 2. Chen hasn't been touched. Both of these teams kind of want the laning pressure very early on from the get-go. You can see why VP kind of aimed towards that bounty hunter to remove that one from the pool. Still waiting for Ellis Ash and his hero. He had Tusk in the previous game. We're looking for something a little bit different in this one. But VP, thinking long and hard about where to go right now. I do need kind of a solid lane support, you know, your Lion, your Disruptor and stuff like that. I'm looking at the Disruptor in the previous match and thinking that would fit for them. Maybe even a Crystal Maiden or something. For now, so many options, and it will be the Sven. Just have that ability to farm yourself so big. There's nothing really that can stop you here, because flash farming capabilities from Alternate are few and far between.
I'm wondering what they're going to end up throwing in the mid lane as well here for VP, because you really don't want, like, Faceless Void on the same team, but she's one of the only heroes that's really left that can stand up against the Death Prophet and do okay. It's obviously something that G's been playing quite a bit too as well. We've already lost the Invoker, obviously OG banned out in the first phase game so far today. So I think they're like kind of a little bit of a loss. It might end up being something kind of like that Wind Ranger for them, honestly, this game. Maybe something else, like just a phase kind of out there, Alchemist or something along those lines. Like, there's just not that much left here. Kind of the same problem they ran into last time, I feel, for Alternate.
Give me the GTA. Just give it to me. It's difficult, though.
I like Lion right here.
Yeah. The thing with the Lina pick, it's not only like a good hero for Alternate Attacks to have. Fortune's End, LSA combo up nicely. They've got Laguna Blade to burst down Sven with the Aghanim Scepter and all that nonsense. But Lina has always been one of those heroes that lanes decently and also kind of hard counters Death Prophet in the mid game.
Yeah.
Because she pops her Exorcism. She's got, like, you know, 1,000 HP with Phase Boots, Drums, Magic Wand, Yule Scepter. You just Laguna Blade her. And that's your one big hero gone and done for. Good block pick as well as a good actual natural hero to fit in with Alternate Attacks' lineup so far. And Virtus.Pro, Bratans, what are you going to pick? What are you going to go for? There's always heroes, you know, out there for G like the Puck. Form pretty nicely on that one. Oh, though.
Yeah, it is. Like, you don't want to commit to so much control, like either Puck or even there. Someone else, there's like trolling mids left. Oh, like Bat Rider. He still offers control, but not that much damage. And then you're wondering, like, are you missing out?
Dire team back.
kind of what I'm wondering is if like just get a support and then just really like I don't feel like there's any more mids to ban even. Like I don't even know what alternate they're gonna ban here. They probably don't even know. We'll ban an alchemist or somebody's just gonna acid spray mid. I don't know. It's tough right here.
10 seconds
You're imagining it's
remaining.
probably gonna be ranged, right? Still wanting
Yeah.
at least someone to be able to throw damage in.
Quap or
5
puck?
seconds remaining.
Pop's good.
I think-
I like that just because of the damage. I think that's very good.
Reserve
I think
time.
puck gets destroyed by DP and lane, so I'm not a big fan of the puck coming into this one. Low HP. The fact that Spirit Siphon still heals up through the phase shift, doesn't do damage, but it still actually lingers on through it, is a little bit annoying. Could always... I don't know, Broodmother's not really going to fit in here. We've seen Brood mid against the Death Prophet work out decently, but it's not really going to be what you look towards in this kind of lane.
What about like a EA so far? It's not that bad. P though, I haven't seen that one, and I assume it's pretty bad with Spirit Siphon.
She gets kited really easily by Boars, bad against the Spirit Siphon, and
Virtus.Pro
Fate's
turn
Edict. You know,
to
she's
back.
very heavily right-click focused. If she gets edicted up, it's pretty awful for her, I think. They do have a lot of minus armor and physical damage, so it might be something that can ramp up mid-game and actually get themselves going into these tier 1
10
towers, though.
seconds remaining.
Like, do you just get stuck with a
5
Viper here? Is that the
seconds
point we're at? I'm even surprised they actually banned the Puck. I wouldn't even be that scared of the Puck right now. I feel like Puck is just gonna leave
It's mo-
Virtus.Pro with damage.
I think it's more the fact it's a G-puck.
Yeah.
Don't want to let him get his hands on that. Right, what's your final shout? Alternate attacks, they need a 1 roll.
I would
Luna.
say Weaver, but he just popular today. Maybe
And
the oh, he's banned out.
Like, Drow is
10
not going to be great,
seconds
because jump
remaining.
from Sven and Faces Void. We don't see Luna a hell of a lot
5
recently.
seconds.
Lone Druid too. Damn, everyone.
Druid's fan. Spectre.
Ah,
Virtus.Pro's
phase ban out
turn
both
to pick.
games, I think. But
Still, they got
taking
some-
out the Slack this time.
Look at some tanky monsters like Sven Void and Earth Spirit. It's going to be a long story here for the Spectre to get into that Radiance, I feel, and just try and hold out for as long as you possibly can. Virtus.Pro, what is your G hero? What are you going to go for? Bring back the G Shadow Fiend? Let's see it happen.
10 seconds.
It was
And now you're reaching.
OG
Man, what a snipe that would be.
OG tried at Dota Pit and it definitely didn't work.
Just go with the Winter. I mean, this is like one in the middle. It's just kind of like, well, exact same spot. Like, what do you? I'm kind of favoring team alternate here, but at the same time, pull off some good chronos again. Kind of had a little bit of a slump in the mid game. In the end, he closed it out. That's what planned those easy Doka, right? They definitely have a pretty nice press R lineup for alternate. Though.
Oh yeah, they do. Press R, people die. Virtus.Pro is much more positioning, juking, jiving, poking, prodding, all those little things. Bring themselves out there into the thick of things, but a game about to begin.
10
Ladies and
seconds
gentlemen,
remaining.
game 3 of this best of 3 for the ESL One Frankfurt 2016 European Qualifiers.
5
Team
seconds
alternate
remaining.
attacks against Virtus.Pro, and this is the upper bracket round 2. Later on tonight, after this game finish up, we've got Spirit against No Diggity. I mean, we're a little bit behind schedule, I think. But it should be okay. Should be good to get into things. Now we're ready to start the game. Packs. Game is starting.
We're here. We're ready.
Supreme Death Prophet. Nisha Beastmaster. Capsule Oracle. Elisash on the Lena. And Exotic Deer is playing Spectre up towards the top lane, while over on VP, FNG faces Void again. And he had some pretty stellar Chronospheres in that previous one. G on the Wind Ranger. And he's seeing Yoku Sven and the Low Dance on the Vengeful Spirit, well, no fear. Rolled around, got an early observer ward down to watch the lane and the movement for the Beastmaster from east to west, but he's also going to try and block up that camp. Sentry ward he will do so, but
We
I
saw
think Nisha knows what's up.
Yep.
They have
That's
no
no good.
sentries. They have no sentries on them.
Yeah,
Oh,
Cats are
actually-
again going greedy with like double fairy fires. And so does Litas as well.
Well, they're both going to be just
30
punching the face of
seconds
Void,
to
right?
Yeah.
One at a time, ladies. One at a time. They're punching the Void. He's forced to use a time walk, so Spectre up at the top rune spot looking for the bounty rune there, and it's going to be a 4v4 down at the bottom one. Dream doesn't want to get involved though. The Death Prophet will just shimmy her way up towards the top spot and try and take the bounty rune up there. That should be perfectly timed to land onto the bounty rune. FNG though,
The battle begins.
he's getting on in here. He doesn't have a stout shield, so he's going to take a bit of damage. He gets the rune. With 2 ATN heroes around, FNG snipes it from under their noses. And VP, 2 bounty rune advantage already in this laning stage, and Supreme, here, half a level behind the Wind Ranger, and Wind Ranger has a salve coming out to her.
Yeah, he's also going to be facing with pressure from this Earth Spirit. Probably just the early... He doesn't have the Orb of Venom, so the early rolls are actually not that good. It is something that we will tend to see up against the DE, just like try and get as much as you can early on. Get a little bit of an easier time because they're obviously going to be at a disadvantage. And the right-clicking begins top. 150 gold before FNG will have that poor man shield, so get it while it's hot. You have a dual lane bottom. Again, this solo smoke from No Fear.
He loves this, doesn't he? Just hide away invis off to the side. Ellis Ash, he's got himself a stun to the face. The roll forward onto Nisha though. They want to try and move it back into the Lina, but Nisha is the one that gets stunned up by the magic missile, turned around onto No Fear. The slow from the boar, trying to hold him back. Virtus.Pro will come through and clear up the Hawk now. Lovehouse gets a nice chunk of change from that one. And it's dual lane though, and it's causing a little bit of problems for Virtus.Pro. Not too many though, still 6 and 0 for the Sven, farming away pretty decently, while mid lane, Spirit Siphon onto G. Wind Ranger, already off to a great start. He's actually massively crushing this DP.
Yeah, a lot of it does come down to that early bounty rune. That too, honestly. Being the first to hit your levels, the early harass onto Supreme.
Oh man, look up at the top. Exotic Deer, one more punch. FNG.
Dream, the Dream.
Oh, he cancelled out his final click in there. Exotic Deer needs 2 more hits now. FNG, he's barely going to get in here with another punch, but he's not going to find it anymore. Spectre will be able to survive, and FNG nearly had the Dream there, nearly had the first blood on the Spectre. That final click just didn't happen. Well, down at bottom, what's happening here? No Fear rolls away from danger, but the Arcane Rune gets picked by the Venge. Bounty Rune goes to Supreme though. Still needs a lot more money for that bottle as G, 12 and 7, doubling up on last hits by 2 minutes in. We're only 4 or 5 waves into this game, Mop packs, and Prophet, level 3 should be the time when she starts dominating back and really taking control of this laning stage, but it's not going to be that easy anymore.
Yeah, once the second point in the Spirit Cipher comes, I feel like Supreme needs to actually start getting aggressive here. Trying to get up in front of G. He needs to wave back here though, because without that he can't really... And F and G also trying to get towards those boots up top. I thought he was going to harass under the tower. But everything's quieting down a little bit here. I wonder if maybe No Fear will try and come mid, knowing that Supreme's going to be looking to get more aggressive here soon, and see if they can work something off together. We could open up something for this dual lane bottom.
Supreme has his bottle coming in, so he's going to be able to regen back up the HP and mana. Cats are up at top. FNG again hunting down one of the 2 up on top for ATN. Oracle, a little bit of trouble just trying to juke through the trees, but Supreme bottle delivered now, and G has to be wary about the damage output from this Death Prophet now with a 202 build. Crypt Storm and Spirit Siphon, they do a hell of a lot of damage early on.
Yeah, the right clicks are starting to come out too now, so actually starting to get some CS catching back up. Things will shortly start to balance out, I think, a little bit more here in the mid lane. Whereas in the bottom lane, these levels are going to start turning things up here. Oh, there's a roll in.
Beastmaster has no mana. Yoku, who's aiming for a Stormhammer. Although Hadance in range for the stun as well, and your first blood's going to be down on this Lina. Yoku picks it up, and Nisha, he's stuck around to try and kill off No Fear, but the boar's dead, and Nisha has to bail himself away from this. Well, Hadance can get a bounty run on top of it. No, Wind Ranger comes through. Also needs filling. Well, Hadance just guards it.
It is a haste rune mid though for the D, which is pretty huge.
Ah, you're right. Trouble is, Nisha has no mana. Continuing this dual lane, it seems a little bit wasted when you don't have the double balls or the axes or anything to throw out. Regardless, they're still going to try and find a few little pokes in onto this Vengeful Spirit, who's started stacking up one of the camps, at least for the Sven. In the meantime, Spectre up at top, 17-4. FNG is just bullying this lane. He's 20-2. They've done almost nothing to stop him, and now with the one fairy fire from Capsule trying to keep himself alive, he can turn in Fortune's End, but FNG diving in behind his tower, jumps forward, another fairy fire, but the bash is there. Time dilation will not even be needed to slow him down, but it'll stop the cooldown of the dagger, and Exotic Deer gonna get punched out as well, as there's plenty of tangos left for FNG up on top.
Yeah, I mean, once the Parmate Shield comes out, Oracle is just totally useless against the Void. Every single time he has time walk up, harass him down, and the right clicks just don't do anything. So level 6 now up thanks to that early kill. And the other thing is FNG hasn't had to commit to Iron Talon, I don't think, either game. Maybe he did end up with one last game, I'm not certain, but his early farm has just been so good. Like, he had an early Bassi last or Vlad's last game as well, because he had that double kill.
Oh, FNG, look at this. He's even got a Chronosphere to throw if he wants to, but Exotic Deer is tangoing up. Not going to have enough damage to actually finish him off or kill him. Faceless Voids, like, what's he sitting on right now? He's level 6. He's one of the highest leveled heroes in the game right now. 100. His net worth 2,200. 3 heroes out of Radiant side now in the top 3. Well, I guess the Beastmaster and the Death Prophet still hop skipping around over on that chart. Scary thing is though, Beastmaster being ahead of your DP and ahead of your Spectre. More importantly, Exotic Deer has been limited in his farm for the first 5 or 6 minutes. Scary prospects as they're even they're stunning up the boar. Okay, Soxka, calm down.
Damn, dude. Alright, there's the roll. It's not gonna hit.
Still got a lot of damage, but Spirit Slapping back will mean this is not happening. Capsule. There's the Fortune's End with the Spirit Slapping back again. Supreme doesn't have mana for another swarm out, but G bottles back through the DPS and himself to turn back into this lane, but Lina and Sash, oh, they know he warded there. High ground observer ward over to the side, we'll see the opposite ward placed, and now Lina's caught with the Vengeful Spirit and the Sven dodge out from the LSA, and Yoku, not only does he kill off the little Lina, so a little tri-stack here for him. Wait, stack.
Yeah, he can do the full jungle rotation now. So, take that down. The Aloha Dance can get the wave, so I think he's been going for a couple points in the Magic Missile. Might end up with like a 2-2, 1-1 build or something here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Exotic Deer, again, falling pretty far behind here. He's almost 1,500 now behind the Sven, and obviously there's no stacks for him. There's no leave, innate skill, but the god. He's going to be hard at work to build this up. He's going to have to be getting a lot of haunts in, and now that means it's going to be down to essentially like Leysa and then a Death Prophet, but it's one of those things where Spectre and Death Prophet don't that well, I don't think, because you're going to be looking for like every objective, you're going to be putting down the Exorcism. But let's say VP choose not to, like if they just push you off but they don't actually fight, then the haunt doesn't come with the Exorcism, and then you're going to be haunting with like support Lina Laguna Blade essentially.
And Lina's only level 3 at this point.
Yeah.
Some scary stuff. Earth Spirit, a similar story, but he has a much better skill set to be fighting around at this kind of level. Well, Sven, Helm of the Dominator Treads and Quelling Blade, Yoku can just give his bottom lane away to anyone he really wants to.
Look at the smoke that they have to do. Like, this is what the game is right now. I think it's the right play, but it's dicey. It's like 7.
They want to kill a Sven.
Yeah.
Mid lane, they rolled it in. They need to kill a Sven, but you're right, mid lane Lina does drop. They're looking at the Vengeful Spirit and saying, hey, look guys, this is the easier kill. They're showing Oracle mid, and they showed the Lina mid and the Oracle bottom lane. Finding a target here for ATN is so bloody difficult. Just the 2 of them now with Supreme and Isha smoked through into this jungle. I want to kill Yoku. I'll be able to find someone at the mid lane though with a TP in from Elisash and now a Haunt available. The Lina should be able to pair up nicely with a Roar from Nisha. They're aiming for it. No fear. Kicked across, but Supreme's in the back. Looking for the Earth Spirit. Haunt forward. And they should be able to secure it. Exotic Deer. A little bit late with that one though. As they jump again forward onto G. Dagger available. Fogged up onto the high ground. G is just juking himself back into the trees though. A Moon Ranger will be fine. Get herself away.
Yoku's coming in though. He doesn't want to give them this tower for free.
He has a lot of damage about him.
He as well.
Many
they're going.
Oh, there's the kick. Catches to Ellis Ash, stunned up, got strength is down, Chrono back from FNG, but Yoku, he can't get on a target, he's going to wait and bide his time for Supreme to be caught now with the stun forward, Warcry's there, but he's slowed by the dagger, no fear, now he's going to look for the roll, but the stun on cooldown, the shackle shot's not though, G catches Supreme, and Yoku will slap him into the ground. Although Hydance wants to swap back, and the kick actually lands. Maybe could have gone for that, but no fear from downtown, lands a stun, and Team Alternate. Mopax, what did they accomplish with this?
I mean, it's exactly what we were kind of talking about. Like, you don't get it right at the start of the exorcism, the fight's not going perfectly, and you get pushed off the tower, then it's just a total disaster. It still has nothing. Roar now to Lova Dance. One more thing for them, but...
You deserved it.
It's been, like, it's just so much easier, because the way these lanes went, even though 10 minutes in, mid-game already looked so much easier for VP because of a Sven versus a Sister. She does have the urn though, she can start going to the phase boots. And they did give a lot of mid space over to Sash, so she's like closing in on 6. Maybe Nisha and Melina can get it done here, but
like they smoked 2, they ran here, they ran in, they ran around,
I mean, it's
didn't take a
7
tower.
Death Prophet. That's such a hard smoke.
With no items as well, like building a magic one now, you look at G and he's got a mythical hammer coming out to him. Net worth disparity closing in on 2k difference between the two of them. While Ancients are being stacked up. Oh, this should be it for Yoku. That's his Yasha. Yeah, Yasha coming in. Yoku should be able to just slam through these.
And like, you picked the CP because I think thought that it would cure your mid lane even though they had the Earth Spirit. Or rather, I guess I should say, like, the Ranger was supposed to be like paired up with the Earth, actually fighting like a Death Prophet, but the Earth didn't really get that pressure in all onto Supreme. And it still went so well. I'm not even sure how that happens.
You've got a Necro one onto Nisha at the very least, so this Roar coming through with the help of Ellis Ash may be able to get a kill over onto someone, but oh no, Yoku isn't the easiest of targets, they're picking him out. Sven, gonna have Sandra Yasha soon. 12 minutes in. 7k net worth. That's a decent amount, while Faceless Void up at top lane, he's got his Vlad's basically completed, headdress. And all that nonsense all done, just needs the recipe mid, the kick, aim it into the swap, the combos there, the stun, follow through, a damage score saves with a false promise, but G being swept down, Bex came in with the Roar available, they've actually healed him off, and now they find another one. Supreme's kept alive through it all, and heals up through the false promise. A great reaction from Team Alternate, turn it back on its head, and Virtus.Pro, without their Faceless Void and without their Sven, they got a little bit too antsy there, looking for an easy kill. Didn't work out that way.
Yeah, that's a really great response from the side of ATN. Was just a little bit out there. FNG obviously not quite there for that gank, and without your Sven, kind of what cleaned up the left fight, so... That's exactly what ATN are looking for. They can't capitalize on anything else, but it is the mid-tier 1. That's perfect. They've now got the mid-tier 1, Chicken once again try and take over the jungle and garner himself quite a bit of farm, a lot of map control for their side. And we'll see, like, how does that push the side of VP? You need to secure this, so you kind of end up kind of aiming for this area. So now it means that XD God needs to be careful.
Are you really?
Dude, it's so good.
XD gods. Well, I don't know. After game 1, yes. Game 2 was pretty good as well. But we've got to see. It's got to be the full series. Like, I'm holding out a little bit until after this game. If they win this game and it's on the back of the Spectre, then fair enough. XD God is what we'll call him. And we'll live with him forever. Through infamy. If they don't, Mopax. I don't know. Dudes.
Oh, the Necro pressure. Still incoming bottom. Don't sack them though. Okay. There we go. So clean up this wave. See how many you want to rotate. They just want to keep going. They have the Arcane Rune rocking here on G, so Focus Fire will be back in just a moment. And now, Lisa's down here too. It has no TP, so that's a little bit scary.
Well, VP wants to fight. They've got the Chronosphere available for FNG, and the TPs are here as well, but Yoku just wants to take down this tier 2 tower and kill off the creep wave. Bottom lane is actually defended alone by the Earth Spirit, just throwing kicks out here and stopping the advance from Team Alternate. The rest of them are sitting back a little bit further. Exotic Deer, of course, doesn't have any big items. Still sitting on Bracer Urn, trying to get into the drums as well, and Roshan taking not the easiest for ATN to do. They've got Exorcism and obviously Inner Beast to help them out. It's lack of physical damage and the fact, obviously, that VP can definitely contest and jump themselves into the Roche pit. Scary prospects for them.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Where's the
It is
Sven?
rather hilarious though, like exactly what we were just talking about, where it's like the Radiant end up full part of the map. The Dire side, you start those towers down, you start taking this part of the map. Now the big advantage, of course, is this little thing. It happens to be on the Dire side. Turns out up here on the balanced map that we have, there's actually nothing quite as wonderful to the side of the Radiant to be garnering, so that might end up being the big thing here. But when you have a Sven who's this farm, he's got that SNY, he's not as completely reliant on that first stun, that first movement. He actually has the mobility to try and catch out some extra people. It's still a tough prospect for Ian. They essentially have to kill the Exorcism, and if you get pushed out while that's happening, like you get threatened by maybe an FNG Chrono, not much chance of getting it.
Finally got the Yule Scepter up on the Death Prophet though. Good way to keep herself alive. 1000 HP is definitely not a hell of a lot against God's Strength and Focus Fire. The Maelstrom over on this G Wind Ranger. A similar build to the last game. Just go for Maelstrom into Blink, then the Aghanim Scepter. And this time around, you don't necessarily need that BKB as badly. Supreme did, but they're still waiting around and hanging over in the Star Jungle with a swap from Aloha down to Exotic Zia. Swap into Shackle Shot, but there's the Chrono. Purifying Flames and False Promise are not going to save you from this. The Shackle Shot finally lands onto the Spectre, and that's going to be her death. 2 dead here, and Team Alternate 16 minutes in. This is a much better performance by VP. Clean, crisp execution, and they might even think about pushing up onto the Tier 3 and high ground now.
This is scary. He's got these exorcisms, but it can't even be like a killing exorcism.
There are like no repercussions here for VP. Tier 3 is easy. There's no glyph available either, and Rax might even be taken out.
Trying.
I'll think twice about it. Niche just fast up though, and now stunned into oblivion. G will find the kill. Likely. All the money from it as well. 1800 gold on your Wind Ranger, 2000 gold on your Wind Ranger now jumps up quite heftily. Blink Dagger almost, and that's going to be the double blink threat between Yoku as well as G. And actually, just take a look at FNG. 2000 gold on your Faceless Void, they're going to have triple blink. And an Ether Lens. In the space of a minute, the initiation range of VP has just massively increased.
Yeah, and that was actually like kind of a nice play by Niche, the fact that he did force back some of those rotations. It's pretty unlikely they would have went for the racks, but they could have maybe changed if it wasn't him pushing. Every little bit's gonna be helping when it's only 17 minutes in. Deal. But either way, they get themselves a free kill, they get themselves a tier 3 tower, for all these nice beautiful items for them. And this is the Sven that you want to see. Like, this is not where Sven was last game. He never had this big, you know. Okay, well this is 7k, this is a little excessive.
Almost doubling.
The position 1 on the other team, but...
Almost. I guess he's doubling the position 1. I was looking at the Death Prophet and thinking he's almost doubling her as well.
Yeah, he's like almost tripling.
Hey now, that's not
okay.
mathematically correct. Let's
just
get
cut off the 700.
Shall I bring Nahaz in here and see what he has to say about this?
That's okay.
No? What about Cart Dota? Can I get Cart Dota to come in and prove you wrong?
Well then he might prove me right on accident.
On accident. I mean, he can add 2 integers together most of the time with a calculator. Sure, it's fine.
Radiant's top tower is
He's a smart lad.
Oh, here we go.
This
This is it. Approach the last hope, the back of freedom for ATN.
There's no chance. They're going for tier 1 top. It's like the reversal of what we usually see. It's Radiant tier 1 dropping for the Roshan going to the Radiant. With G having the Aegis of the Immortal, all these Blink Daggers, they're jumping forward to the tier 2 tower now, down at this bottom lane, and Exotic Deer, Spectre, well, not farming. That's what she's doing, not farming. The team is taking objectives and towers, but Spectre is just hiding away back in her own base.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It seems like a lot of this game kind of boils down to just laning stages to like the Lina, you know? Yes, maybe she wouldn't have been able to help kill Void top. It still would have been a pretty tough task for them, but Spectre just got bodied. There was no nice starting point for the Spectre at all. And I can understand these early levels. Okay.
Wait. What? Where was this?
And he was just in there, John. He was trying to farm and push it. Just making the desperation moves.
Oh my god. They're just finding kill. Pack, you distracted me. It's all on you. I'm blaming you. I'll jump forward. FNG might lose his life here for this one. Time Walk is available again, but he starts stop through it. The damage output is good, and Spirit's life is there, but look at that, half HP up again and healed through. Bloody purifying flames from that Oracle. Keep him alive. And after the Time Walk. Beastmaster and Lena both dying. Virtus.Pro, 12-5, 20 minutes in. But I really don't want to open the graph box, but I have to. 15,000 net worth lead here for VP. It's getting close to insurmountable. In K experience as well as G. Oh, little misclick there on the blink dagger. Blinks back and forth, jumps himself around, but he's got a haste rune to
Always going in.
now.
Yoku on screen, top lane.
Oh, the roar is there.
11.
Got no mana left, but Supreme keeps himself alive. And now we're going to play back. Yoku popped his BKB, but it's too late. That was
This is the
interesting.
stuff you need. These are the kind of plays that are actually going to ATN back in. It can't be an ATN play. It has to be a VP misplay. So I feel like you gotta go. You have to go off of this, right?
Trouble is they have no haunt, no roar, no jump, no catch, no anything. Apart from the spectral dagger and a bit of damage with
everyone
no
else
fear.
quit
It's
on
close, but it's not close enough. Spirit will get himself away, but Elder Dash might
G?
not be so lucky. Look at that. G jumps forward and with a focus ice kills him off, and the Radiance Courier dies somewhere in the back end.
Was he not looking? G? Or rather, at least.
Apparently not. Apparently not. Oh, they know where Supreme is. Jump
He's got
forward,
Yules.
shackle shot there, and Death Prophet. You have a Yule Scepter, and False Promise is available as well. People are alive. Supreme's not dead just yet.
This Oracle paying off, the CIS Oracle. Definitely more popular in our European region than it is anywhere else. But one little misstep, it does buy a lot of time. Obviously, it was spent, so it was a major gold. I mean, you can get on the graph from 1 hero. That's a deal.
It's given Spectre almost a full Diffusal Blade, and a Rod of Atos over to your Death Prophet. There's a lot of gold going the way of these core heroes here for ATN. Maybe it's going to give them the damage they need to actually fight through this, because Necro 3 for Nisha. Gonna have a Blink Dagger soon, and all these big initiation items, we looked at them from VP, but it's a similar story to game number 2. You know, ATN, they got those Blink Daggers, but if you don't utilize them, if you don't fight and fight correctly, finding kills with the Blinks, then that 2250 gold could be absolutely worthless. Could have been a damage item, could have been a BKB. Yoku, even with that BKB, still found himself in a spot of bother up at top. Still a while till the next Roshan's back up. They will lose the Aegis now as G playing very aggressively over into this dire jungle. He's pinged out and spotted here by a nice little hawk placement from Nisha.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be getting anything off of this one. It would have been nice to at least get tier 2 with this. What, a minute left? Nothing coming here. Again though, Yoku's mid. Very boldly up here, but I guess he has no fear. G. Anything done?
Thinking about the roar. No fear, arcane rune. Stones as well. Yoku could preemptively BKB jump in onto Supreme, but he gets hit by the Crypt Swarm. I just take the high ground. Leaving the Spectre alone to farm for a while, and the Exotic Deer with the Diffusal Blade. And it's going to be one of those now or never moments. And they utilize the item to find a couple of kills over on the supports, but Vengeful Spirit is pretty freaking tanky. Ring of Aquila treads, 1300 health. Even
Yeah,
for a
it's
little
small.
5-roll.
Can they go first and try and beat out FNG Chrono? Just the mana burn? I mean, his pool is really small. And maybe even if your Spectre gets solo corrupt, that becomes worth it.
Maybe you try and roar it up. BP realize something is
I
up.
think they saw him top. I think they saw the Diffusal.
Gonna try and jump in on him. Exotic Deer, he's being chased. Won't find the initiation they need.
Oh, this might work out for them. The Hawks gonna spot at the roar.
Oh, Yoku is not hit by it just yet. Nisha can't get in range. The Chrono lands down onto 4, and Yoku, he needs to try and blink into this aggressively, but he's being hit by the Spectre. Now comes the stun, lands onto the BKB. He's popped, and look at this swipe! 3-1-1. Capture instead of Supreme. He's going to get demolished as well. Yoku clears up house, and Team ATN, the Raw, finally comes through onto FNG, but Illisash, Laguna Blade will not even kill him. It needs the Necrobooks to finish off the job. All out here for Team Alternate as the Spectre is trying to run himself away, but it's G that's caught. There's the focus fire. Win Ranger gets a double kill, and Team Alternate, it's getting close to time when you tap out and say GG, well played, because Virtus.Pro, they are just absolutely cruising through this game.
Yeah, great control on the Nisash. Kim is the only way that fight goes their way, or Nisha rather. Trying to roar off maybe onto Yoku, trying to buy a little bit of time there for Supreme, but couldn't find it. Finds himself obliterated.
Oh, with no glyph, melee racks will certainly fall. Maybe even the range tracks here. G has the Aghanim Scepter, so he's got the focus fire again in 5 seconds time. Yoku, BKB in 15 as well as the gold strength in 20. Potential there for another fight to break out, but they'll just steal the racks and bail themselves away with his tier 2 still standing mid. Of course, it's another objective to go to. 4,000 gold on Yoku. Is it Moonshard time?
I don't know, he's so much more stable though. But what other item is there? I guess? That is the SNY. Could go AC.
Run a bit of some BKB there, but I kind of feel that Supreme could have got turned around on by the Sven. Yoku was feeling a little ballsier. Regardless, G, limited mana, cannot go and jump up onto the Spectre top lane. It's a free kill if G does have full mana and full HP, but this kind of amount, you don't want to risk anything. You know where Alternate are, they're all lurking around towards this middle lane. Did you call Poland CIS?
I didn't mean to say that apparently, but
dare you.
I'm a geography major. I was saying it's the CIS Oracle who actually picks it.
Oh, that's the trouble, right?
Then I clarified into Europe, but
like, Ukraine isn't technically CIS, but it's kind of lumped into the CIS region in Dota 2.
Right.
It's a problem. It's just like, you know, for Americans, Germany equals Europe, and Europe is a country. Germany's just a big city inside it. You are American, right? Moppax?
Yeah, piss off. Don't lump me in with them.
You're from Philadelphia, right?
Is that where I do?
Well, I haven't got a bloody clue. Oh, look at that. Hold smash barely. Back behind the DP. Yoku is going to have to try and pop his BKB. Does it in time, but the Laguna Blade being held onto. With that false promise, Supreme is kept alive. Virtus.Pro going to catch on to too much here. Just the Lina they killed. Oh, the Sash. Oh, swap back into the Chrono. Oh, it's got Supreme on the back end. G kills off the Oracle, but Sven, he blinks in aggressively. They'll kill off Supreme. He's dead and done for. And Nisha, oh, trapped in there. The tackle shot to catch him and latch him. But Nisha just launched down into the ground. 5 active available for 3 heroes here. Alternate attacks will lose their tier 2. Through backdoor regeneration, Virtus.Pro do not care.
I think, like, if you don't win the lanes lineup from ATN, it's just so difficult game. And it's not even the best laning win lineup, but like, you have to be ahead in order to keep using Haunt and keep using Autism. Because you don't have the tools to actually make it so, like, if you're like even and use Exorcist, you don't have the heroes to make it work well. You don't have the Faceless Void or something. That was a quick little swap death, but I don't know, it doesn't quite work. The cooldowns are just too big, and they don't have anything to bridge that gap.
Yep. Spectre just doesn't have the damage output or the tankiness either. 28 minutes in, it's 23-8. Death Prophet, sure enough, you've got a decent amount of net worth on her, closing in on 10k. But decent doesn't cut it when you're against the Sven. Yoku is close to 6 slotted. 20,000 by 28 minutes. He has got a lot of money. Onga. Dosh. Plenty.
Oh,
good Chrono.
He's getting
FNG. That's it. Yoku just comes in and swipes him down. Nisha stunned up and caught. GG's called. Virtus.Pro very clean with this victory. But Team Alternate attacks, they made them work for it through the series. The series ends 2-1. Virtus.Pro will progress through. The Team Alternate will drop down into the lower bracket and honestly, probably feel pretty happy with the way this went. Good performance by them.
Yeah, they were close to 2-0 Frank. Like, that game was looking dicey for a while. I feeling like there was one point in the Roshan where I was pretty much like, they got it, and I was like, all right, that might be it. If you bring this one back, and they did. And then just as you said, a smooth cruise. Game number 3.
So,
A lot of
VP